Good morning to all of you. We're going to have a great day, and we're coming to the next part of our show, which is the extensive wellness tip. But just before we do, we got some breakfast show talkers here, just very quickly to acknowledge them. So we've got Erica from Luton saying, thank you. I just accidentally clicked on my Liberty app and saw this. Thank you. From 7 a.m. until 10 a.m. It's actually from 6:30 a.m. till 8. All right. So the time has got shorter from those days. Yeah. So yeah, nice to have you back with us, Erica. So clearly you're a breakfast show legend. We have Anisha Ashbourne from Peckham saying, morning Peckham, connected, fire and fist, love it. And then we have Paulette Plasso saying, morning Ronald, I tried the cucumber salad recipe you gave last week and it was very nice. Guys, this is your breakfast show and we're going to get into the wellness extensive wellness tip with Ronald and Paulette. Literally so happy, Ronald. Look at that.
It's great.
Yeah, that was the recipe we gave last week on cucumber. We learned so much. And Paulette, yeah, morning Ronald. I tried the cucumber salad recipe you gave me last week and it was very nice, and all the benefits of that is going to be absolutely phenomenal for them and their family's body. All right, so Ronald, let's get into this. What have you got for us today, Ronald?
It's always good to get feedback like that when people enjoy the actual recipe. It's good. Okay, what have I got today? Something pretty special. I started growing bay leaves about 8 years ago in London. Bay leaves, Bay.
Yes. I'm a West African. I'm a West African. So Ghanaians, my mum put bay leaf in everything.
We use it in Brazil as well.
Brazil as well,
beans,
Ronald.
It's
black beans.
Yeah, well, that is good. Bay leaves go back to Roman times. You know that?
Oh, right.
And I'm sure that the Romans brought bay leaf to England because you can get bay leaves grown commercially here, but you also get bay leaves from Italy and Greece as well.
Okay.
And certainly Italy, because there are a lot of bay leaves in Italy. And so what are the benefits? The benefits are enormous. For a start, give you an example how it can work. I went to a Tesco about some 8 years ago, and I noticed there was 5 dried leaves of bay leaves, dried, 75 pence, right?
Yeah.
And I thought that's not good value. So I started hunting around, and anyway, I finally found a bay leaf tree for sale. It was about 18 inches tall, and it was 40 pounds. I remember it.
Wow.
It was 8 years ago, 40 pounds. And I thought, I worked it out. Yes, I'll buy it. And guess what? It has grown to 8 feet tall. Whoa. 8 feet tall, 4 feet wide, 4 feet wide all around.
What?
Right? And every summer, like now, you see about probably 300 new leaves. 300.
My gosh!
Yeah,
oh my goodness!
So my tree now is worth around 800 pounds.
Wow!
So the 40 pounds is a very good investment, right?
That's a phenomenal investment. That's like you could sell bay leaf yourself, and you've got like the good stuff, right? So
they're selling about 5 leaves for £1.49 now.
Oh my gosh!
Just 5 leaves. We've got at least 1,000 leaves, at least, right? And now what's encouraging is my neighbour has got 2 little girls, right? And I was in the garden. I could hear the mother coughing, and I could hear the eldest daughter coughing.
Yes.
And for 2 days, I heard them coughing. I said, okay. So I give them about 10 bay leaves and about 15 olive leaves, and about 3 or 4 leaves of kaffir lime, right? And I said, put 2 kaffir limes, 8 olive leaves, and about 4 bay leaves in a teacup or teapot, and let's see what happens. And I put honey at the end when you make tea with it, right?
Yeah.
Well, within 2 days, their coughs were gone.
Oh, wow.
Completely gone.
I need to try that. I need to try that. I need to try that. Wow, this is amazing. By the way, I just want to say good morning to Deanne. Sorry to interrupt your flow. Deanne says, morning, Leeds connected. What a lovely surprise to click on my app and to find a breakfast show on. Me and my daughter will be listening while having breakfast. All right, fantastic. And you're going to find out a lot more about bay leaves coming up right now. So that was a cough mixture using bay leaf, honey.
Yep. Well, let's be precise. 5 bay leaves.
Yep.
About 8 olive leaves.
Okay.
And about 3 kaffir lime. Kaffir. It's a lime bush, right? It's like a little tree, right? Okay. And that is that combination of bay leaves, olive leaves, and kaffir limes. We've got that in the yard here. That is a phenomenal one for coughing and respiratory disorders. You said.
Did you say cuts of lime?
No, kaffir leaf. Kaffir.
Yeah. It's a type of Kaffir.
Oh, kaffir.
It's actually pronounced kaffir, and that's actually comes from Africa.
Oh,
so, and when you're cooking fish, for example, or chicken, it leaves that lovely lemony flavour in food. Beautiful, and it's also very good for making tea.
Oh,
so I'm going to quickly go to what the bay leaf is good for, but it's good for heart health, for reducing inflammation. Now, just about every patient we've seen in the last 30 odd years plus has got some form of inflammation, either externally or internally. Always. Whether it's flu or some virus or digestive system upset or gas, it's always inflammation involved, right?
Okay.
So bay leaf is phenomenal for reducing inflammation, especially if you're having it as a tea or even as a condiment in your food. I'm going to describe both in a minute, right?
Okay.
So now the truth. Now you got to be careful. There's several types of leaves that look like bay leaf, but the one that you need is what I call scientifically known as Laurus nobilis. Laurus nobilis. Nobilis. Right. Now that's the nutrient-rich variety that is involved in the actual working of the tea leaves or the leaves, right?
Okay.
Now, so make sure you do preferably if you go to a reputable garden shop, they'll give you the proper bay leaf, which is Laurus nobilis, right? Now in the past they went up and down, but now they come back with a renaissance, and now what happened is that we can find out that thousands of years ago the Romans must have brought it into England, so there's certainly a large amount of bay leaves in Italy. We were there for a while.
Okay.
And in Greece, okay, and I believe they also have bay leaves in Brazil and Africa as well, right?
Okay.
So now, benefits are enormous.
Yeah.
For example,
before you go into the benefits, Petrina, can you just put in the live chat the type of bay leaf that we should look out for? Yeah, because I got Laurus, but I wasn't too sure about the spelling of it. And by the way, guess what? Me Julie has a bay leaf tree as well.
Oh, good.
Yeah, fantastic. Well done, me Julie. She's like, everything that we come up with, she's like, I've got one. So it's amazing how we can use these holistic methods and invest in them and literally do things to take care of ourselves. So yeah, all right. So as Petrina types that in, yep, go ahead, Ronald.
Okay, so benefits wise, it's got protein in it.
Okay.
It's got ash. Now the ash is quite beneficial because ash is a disinfectant, right?
Oh.
You've got carbohydrate. And guess what? You've got in 100 grams of bay leaves, you've got 26.3 grams of fiber, which is phenomenally high, right? So, and the fiber is of course excellent for removing waste from your colon and intestine. You've got
that's very important.
834 lots of calcium.
Yeah,
which is very good for your bones.
So Ronald, and sorry to cut you, Ronald. And many times we're not made aware how important our colon is. Right?
Yeah.
A lot of people have so many complications later on in life, and even while young, because they're not thinking about taking care of their colon.
Correct, absolutely correct. And fibre is most important from very early stage of life. Once people are starting eating solids, you've got to put a lot of fibre in there to clean the colon on a regular basis.
Okay.
I've seen evidence over the last 30, 40 years where people eat a lot of red meat and they get what they call colonic irrigation. And when the pathology is done, about this meat is 35 years old in the colon. 35 years old. It's plaqued in the colon, right? So, but Bayleaf can contribute towards the fibre intake, and it's one of the highest fibre foods you can get, apart from say rolled oats or apples or broccoli, for example.
Okay.
Right? These are all high fibre, right? So, and the calcium level is very, very high. It's 874 milligrams. Iron's there for inflammation as well. Magnesium, very, very important for the gut. Phosphorus for the brain, and potassium, which is good for cramping. If you get cramps in the legs, eat bay leaves or eat fruits that are rich like bananas, which is potassium, right? Now, one of the things that you can do for if you've got, say, a respiratory problem like asthma, hay fever, colds, flu, you get about 12, this is very powerful, you get 12 fresh bay leaves, not dried, fresh, so you've got to get your own tree. You crunch them, you crush those into a mortar and pestle, you crush them, okay? And then you take that mixture and you put it into a like a muslin bag, or say like a tissue, but you rub it, so that would be like fairly moist, and then you pack that on the chest, right, from where the lungs are. You pack it on the chest, and you surround it with a cotton bandage, right? And you leave that overnight. And what happens? The oils and the actual ingredients of the bay leaf penetrate into the respiratory system, and then it removes phlegm. It removes large amounts of phlegm from the lungs, the respiratory, the bronchial, and the alveoles in the lungs, right?
That's
now,
old school.
As long as you can cough, what you'll find in the morning, after you've done that, you'll be coughing lots of phlegm, right? And now, good clue here. If the phlegm is green, that means you've got inflammation, right? If it's so yellow, it's mild inflammation. But what you do, you keep putting this what I call a poultice between 8 and 10 leaves smashed up every night, surrounded with bandage, and you can actually put a few drops of olive oil with it as well, and just stick it exactly where your chest is, up the lung area. And you keep doing this until no more phlegm is expelled in the morning. You keep doing the process every night, and eventually your chest will be clear of phlegm. And that's a big help with asthma, hay fever, colds, flu, any sort of virus, because it attacks it, right?
Okay.
So pretty powerful stuff, isn't it?
That's really powerful, and I think that's the importance of why the bay leaf needs to be fresh, because of the oil, right? When it's dried, you said it before. I think one time the oil's gone. Like it's very, very little there to impact you.
Well, you're absolutely right. I mean, every time I've tried to get some oil or make some tea out of dried bay leaves, they've been a disaster. However, when we draw the bay leaves that we've got in our front yard, you see the green liquid come out of it. Oh wow! The green oil.
Beautiful. We have we have Isid de Silva Mater saying, is it better to use dry or fresh bay leaf? I believe we've just answered that. It's better to use fresh. They say, I have a bay leaf tree. Wow, look at that. These bay leaf trees are there. People have them in their lives, but maybe we don't know fully what to do with it, or we think, we just buy the dry one from the shop. So this is a huge eye-opener that we're having today, Ronald. This is great.
Well, the large amount of people that I've met that I've got bay leaves, but they hardly use it. They don't use it for cooking. It's just sitting there looking good, So we use our bay leaves in one form or another every day, either in tea or in chicken or in so if we eat a bit of duck or
even in rice,
beautiful with rice.
Ooh.
And Petrina gets said to I'm getting about 8 or 10 leaves in it, right? So, it's also very good for removing gas from the intestines and the colon. So if you've got a lot of flatulence, which is not pleasant for people. It removes that, right?
Yeah. Also,
So
sorry to cut you, Ronald, because I know you're flowing. But like gas as well can make your stomach kind of come forward and inflate as well, isn't it?
Correct. Bloating, exactly.
Go on, Hugo.
That's why they added to black beans. Black beans causes
flatulence, and the Bayleaf counteracts that.
Right.
We're getting revelations today.
well, when you cook beans of any kind with fresh Bayleaves, it helps the digestion of the beans, and you don't get problem with gas at all.
Brilliant.
It all makes sense now.
It's all coming together now. That's it. That's the breakfast show magic. We're connecting all the dots. Fantastic.
Guess what else it's also good for? It reduces, and when you make a tea with fresh Bayleaves, it reduces anxiety, stress.
Okay.
And you can also help to manage your diabetes. People who take 2 or 3 cups of Bayleaves per day reduce their blood sugar level.
Wow.
Right?
I have a request for Robert.
Yes.
Next time we see you, I hope you bring a bag of these leaves for us, please.
Yes. Yeah. They used to bring them when they used to be in the studio with us. Yeah. They always bring something from the garden. So definitely, it'd be positive.
No, we'll remember that. Next time we pop in town, we'll give you some.
Absolutely, we'd love it.
Great, thank you very much.
All right, and I think everybody's going to go out now to find a Bayleaf tree now. By the way, and it's Laurus nobilis. That's the one that you got to look for. All right, it's on the live chat. Okay, so
if you got a trusted nursery, you'll be able to get one. But it's a fairly elongated type leaf, but make sure you get one that's really green, really green, because then you know it's very healthy. When it's green like that, it also contains chlorophyll, which is part of the anti-inflammatory process.
Brilliant.
What?
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay, yes. By the way, just before you come, I know you're going to come with a big knockout just now as we're finishing up the show. But Selena says there are 3 huge Bayleaf trees in front of my house. All right. Wow. You know what to do with them. It's not just for a pretty picture, Selena.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, and chop one down for me, please.
Well, it's one of the best investments that I've put in, because like we just walk about 10 feet to the front yard, and we can pick as many Bayleaves as we want to make tea. And like yesterday, I made a soup with some cuts of like good quality meat, and part of it was lamb, right? And I put about 8 Bayleaves in it.
Yes.
Fresh. The taste is unbelievable.
Wow! Oh my gosh!
Yeah. You got to let it stew for about 6 hours. They cook 6 hours.
Okay.
And that draws all the oils and all the goodness out of the Bayleaf. And then afterwards, you can actually eat Bayleaves. If you grind it in a grinder, you can actually eat the Bayleaves themselves.
Wow.
But it's okay if you put the Bayleaves in cooking, and then at the end of 6 hours, you can remove them.
Oh,
right?
beautiful.
You can buy in all the oils and all the benefits have gone into the...
Does it grow indoors?
Sorry?
Does it grow indoors?
No. It must. No, unfortunately, it must have at least 3 hours of sunshine per day, at least.
That's fine. You got that rooftop thing with the sunlight. Captain Hugo's got it. So Fatima's saying she needs a whole bag. So I think that one's to Selena, who has a Bayleaf in front of her house. To get a whole bag. So just to wrap up now, because we're running out of time, because I know this Bayleaf subject is literally expanding, and really our senses and understanding has literally been opened to the power of Bayleaf today. But you always have a powerful recipe for us, right?
Well, I've got all of those growing, and I'm going to give you a very, very good recipe, not just for your health, but for taste, right?
Okay.
And so when you're cooking, say, chicken or lamb, right, or duck, right, remove the fat off it, and what you do, you use what I call an extract, which is called linalool, Lina.
Yeah.
Linalool. Now that linalool that's involved with thyme, THYME, the thyme herb, basil, but it's also present in bay leaves, right?
Okay.
So if you're cooking with bay leaves, you put some thyme, THYME, you put some basil in it. That gives you a lot of linalool, and that is a very, very good for the level of stress hormones being reduced, right? And it acts like an aromatherapy in your food, right? So bay leaves with that combination of thyme and basil can help you calm down, remain relaxed, even in your high type anxiety moments.
Wow.
Right? So, and these days, people in lockdown have, all kinds of anxiety. Just make yourself a cup of tea but you've got to grow your own thyme. It's easy to grow. Thyme, basil, and bay leaves. It's thyme and basil. You can grow that indoors. If I get about 1 hour of sunshine, that's enough, right?
Okay.
But bay leaves, you need at least 3 hours.
Okay.
You've got to plan enough sun.
And what's interesting about what you're teaching us and showing us today is that we normally think about savory foods. We don't actually think about using them as a tea.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's showing the power of leaves. Leaves.
Yes.
There's even a Bible passage speaking about the herbs and the leaves, and it's just so amazing, so powerful. What we're learning today, to help ourselves.
People. The moment unfortunately, people are so brainwashed. The moment they get sick with a respiratory disorder or a virus, they rush to the pharmacy to get a chemical compound or something like that, but they're not actually building their own immune system, right? Now we've got 48 different herbs here in our garden that can be used as medicine. 48, right? You name them. They say for respiratory, for digestion, for skin, for hair. We've got it all here, all grown.
Wow.
And that's taken me 8 years, but now it's growing in huge quantities.
Wow.
So, and we can just step out there and just get it, right?
Wow.
And by the way,
that's your pharmacy.
Next week we do something else,
Your garden is your pharmacy.
Absolutely.
Why not boost? I mean, we can get, obviously, everything has its place in the world, if you have certain ailments, but we can actually boost our immune system to protect ourselves from future attacks or future things that can go wrong just by, becoming more holistic in terms of leaves and all these different things that we can learn about and use to look after ourselves. And all we need to do is turn it into a tea. That's all we need to do.
Well, the thing is to remember is this: when winter's about to hit, let's say you know winter's going to hit in about a month, right? That's when you start drinking your teas. That's when you start doing your basil, your thyme, your bay leaves, and kaffir. That's when you start. You don't wait till you get winter and you get colds already. You got to create because your body during winter is going to cop it a lot harder because you have to breathe cold air, and then you get a lot more viruses around. So 1 month to 2 months before winter hits, that's when you drink 2 or 3 cups of this sort of tea every day.
Absolutely.
And then of course you keep going with it. So
this is great.
But if you do get a virus, or some kind, just use the poultice with the bay leaves and put it on your chest.
Brilliant. Ronald, you've done it again. You have done it again. I think we're going to go in different parts of around the world. We're going to have a high intake of Bayleaf trees, not even just bay leaves in shop, the Bayleaf trees. Why do with the shop? Why don't you go to the source and have your own one? Even if you've got a balcony, wherever, get a Bayleaf tree and literally look after yourself. Look, Ronald, Petrina, you both of you will be back later on today, right? On a live stream?
Yes, we will. Yeah, that's right. On our Facebook Planet Wellness page at 1:30 p.m.
Okay. So if you want to hear more from Ronald Petrina, they're going to go extensively. They're going to go deeper into some more holistic stuff that will be so useful to you, or you could take the information and share it with somebody else. They've also got their YouTube channel. If you could just please post them into the live chat, please, Petrina, Ronald, so everyone can see and take note of it. And also this program, which will if you're watching on YouTube now, great. You can catch us live on libertyradio.co.uk on online from 6:30 a.m. in the morning to 8. But also, if you're those of you who are listening now live, you can catch a replay on YouTube. Just visit youtube.com/c/robuslifetv.com. Okay, at Robust Life TV.
If I can make one final comment, which is very, very vital.
Yeah, please.
I've done research, and the Amazon forest is being decimated at the rate of acres per day, right? Acres per day. And the Amazon forest is the lungs of the world. That's what it is. It's the lungs of the world, right? So every time you plant a bayleaf, right, that's more oxygen that you're replacing that's been lost in the Amazon.
Okay.
So, and I can tell you, when we planted all the trees, and we've got 22 fruit trees now, you'll be amazed how much around the area we live in, like around the house, the air is so clean and oxygen rich.
Wow.
Right? So we're getting our own mini climate caused by what we've planted.
Yes.
So that, and
wow.
The whole place is green with leaves.
Beautiful.
Right? Every leaf, every tree you plant contributes to the replacement of trees being cut in the Amazon.
So it's a total win. It's a complete win. Yeah, when we start, start doing our things, it's a win. All right, everybody wins in this story. Petrina, Ronald, thank you so much for today. You've been absolutely awesome. Yeah. Guys, make sure you can check them out later on this afternoon. Also, we will actually give a synopsis of the show today, and it will have links to Petrina and Ronald, their website, their YouTube, etc., for you to follow them up, and you can ask them questions and get some really powerful tips from them, and join them in whatever they're doing, and it's going to be great. But anyway, guys, that's it. We're done for today. Our next program today is going to be at 10 o'clock, which will be Reconnect. All right, that's going to be on the libertyradio.co.uk platform, and you can definitely hang around or go out, come back, or tune in later on to catch some of that action. And also, Petrina has left links to their site on the live chat. You've been all phenomenal. I've enjoyed the program today. I'm going to finish the rest of this celery on my celery challenge, and we'll be back tomorrow where we're going to have a cruising Thursday. We're going to enjoy some more music. We'll probably organize some competitions and literally have some more good stuff for you to start your morning the right way with the breakfast show. Captain Hugo, you've been an excellent man of sound. Ronald Petrina, you've been awesome. And you, dear listener, this would not happen without you. Stay powerful, stay robust, and until next time, ciao for now. Connect online Monday to Friday with special guests for inspiration, motivation to start your morning right. Music, banter, fun and laughter. Connect when you start your mornings with The Breakfast Show. Only on libertyradio.co.uk. That's right, The Breakfast Show is back. libertyradio.co.uk from 6:30 a.m.